We're here to celebrate 50 years of hip-hop, its impact on sports, fashion, and culture, especially here in New York. And I have what I consider the two trailblazers of sport, hip-hop, and culture. I have the God MC, the LT of lyricists, the great Rakim.
Thank you, sir.
And I got the purveyor of all things hip-hop, our tour guide over 30 years now,
Facts.
Mr. Ed Lover.
Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it. Nice to be here.
Welcome in, but before I get into the sport, the culture.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to, first of all, we're trying to act like we don't know you. Right? Let's get more comfortable with this conversation.
I do.
You've been my dude since forever.
Understand this. There is such a high level of respect and regard that I hold for you guys.
But Carl, we hold the same for you, bro.
But this is what we're
not just
about.
wearing these Giants jackets. We love the Giants, bro. This is real with us.
I understand that, and I love you guys. But that's the part. I found out Rakim loved football before rap, right? How did that happen? Like, they tell me you was ill.
Yeah, man. I thought I was going somewhere, man. Been playing football since PAL. Played halfback the first year. I love running the ball. I got up to junior high, and one of the halfbacks was like, "Coach, you know Griff got an arm." It's like, "Yo, shut up, man." The coach ain't say nothing. Later on in practice, I ran a touchdown. Coach was like, "Griff, throw the ball." I wasn't even thinking. I took, get over there with the quarterback. And
that was it for you as a halfback.
Well, this ball, but my claim to fame, man, I thought that was it for me, man. Then Eric B knocked at my door, man.
So how did that switch over from you playing football to your love of hip hop? Were you all at the same time? Were you still rhyming and stuff?
Yeah, I was all.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I was always rhyming, but I had got to a point where I got real serious with football. Like I didn't think I'd be able to make a record. Being honest, you know what I mean, on the outside looking in.
Wow.
So, you know, I booted up one year and said, yo, I'm gonna work out hard this summer and I'm going to college and, you know, hopefully I can get in. I wasn't thinking about how short I was, you know what I mean? All I seen was quarterback. I'm playing quarterback. But things happen for a reason, man. I met Eric B and I think I made the right decision.
Yeah, you made the right decision. How did Eric find you?
What's funny is the brother I played football with that I grew up with, a brother named Alvin Tony, just passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace, Alvin Tony. He was with EPMD for a long time.
Yeah, and you know I ain't like people bringing nobody I ain't know to the house. So I went to the door, peek out the window, and I see my man Al standing there with somebody I don't know. So I'm like, I open the door, I give Al a look like. He was like, yo, I know, Rob, but this brother right here, he know Marley Marl and Magic, and he said he looking. So I gave him the look. I'm like, all right, man, come in, man. So luckily I had this tape. I said, when I go to college, when people start popping off, I'm just gonna put my cassette in, let it speak for itself. I ain't even gotta, you know, get involved in it. So I had this tape. Eric B came. I played that tape for Eric B. It had the melody on it and a bunch of other freestyle.
My melody was on the tape?
On the tape already.
Wow.
Melody was done.
Ed, I had the good fortune of being here in New York, and I got a call one day. It says, this was right after one of our Super Bowls. Somebody wants to meet you, right? And it was, you know, Burt Padell says, come down to Maiden Lane. So I come, and it's Rakim.
Okay.
And I'm like, do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And I was like, when you talk about athletes, and I'm a champion, right? And you talk about athletes idolizing artists, I'm there, I'm in awe of this dude, and he's just like, and I couldn't wait to tell everybody, I'm a kid from Flint, Michigan. I got lucky, right?
You got the Flint, I got a lot of.
So the reason I call you the conductor, the tour guide, the purveyor of culture and hip hop and fashion is because we didn't know what people in New York dress like.
Right.
We didn't know, in some cases, what they sound like. But because of your platform at Yo MTV Raps, you opened up the entire world to how people dress in the Bay Area, in New York, in Chicago. I saw I think it was leaders of the new school wearing a Cleveland Browns starter jacket. And I saw it on MTV, right? So if you can imagine somebody in Cleveland seeing that for the first time, they're losing their mind over these jackets.
Yeah.
We wore starter when I played, and I remember you saying, yo, Dre wants a jacket to wear on air. We want to wear starter on air.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't my brand at that time. I was just wearing it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go get that so he can get it. I went to the equipment manager. I'm like, I need a 3X for my man Dre. And he wore it all the time, and you guys wore it on the Source cover.
We used to wear starter all the time on your MTV Raps, all the time.
But then,
and we used to get in trouble, so we used to hang the starter tag off the hat. And just let the tag hang so that everybody could see that it was a starter. It was still starter because we knew that when we was doing your MTV Raps, be quite transparent, they gave us nothing, right? They didn't give us no wardrobe budget. It was like whatever you had, whatever you can muscle up from whoever you could get it from, that's the kind of clothes that we wore. And starter was what was popping. That's what we wanted. We wanted to help make starter pop more than it was already popping because we had our teams that we loved.
Yeah.
We were Giants fans. You know how long I've been a Giants fan. I love the Giants. So if I could wear a Giants jacket on and let the rest of the company see that this is what I represent the New York Giants. I represent New York to the fullest. I'm New York to the heart. And you can't take, New York out of your heart. It's what it is.
Yeah, and it's crazy because talk about that. There's a different level of pressure to perform. They say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
It's true.
It's true. Like the New York City lights, that's real.
Yeah.
It's like this, the energy that New York has, man. If you born here, you quickly understand it and you adopt that feeling. You know what I mean? Like you know the role. So it's like, oh yeah, this is New York. Let me act a part. You know what I mean? The energy, everything that come with it, it's a level that we gotta keep, man. So I think it was just, understanding that, being a part of that, feeling that. And yeah, a lot of people get caught up with it. They don't know how to, shake the energy off. They let the energy get to them. A lot of sports, cats come out here and the New York lights is a little too much for them.
So speaking of, Ed was like another teammate. Right. Like when we talk about, no, it's legit, like when there's, sports and celebrities and we guys got bodyguards now and it's a lot different, right? Yeah. There's layers.
Right.
For us, there was no layers. Like once we knew there was love, and I didn't know, Ed said to me over dinner, he's like, as soon as we knew y'all was on this rap game, y'all were one of us. Yeah. Right? Y'all listen to our music.
We were the first generation
we like
of artists, of athletes that liked hip hop. Right. Right. Jordan and them was R&B dudes. Scottie Pippen and all of them and Horace Grant, them was R&B dudes. Yeah. Y'all were hip hop dudes. So that really made a difference to us because we were, y'all would play our music in the locker room and stuff like that. So we knew that y'all was a part of us. And going back to what you're saying about today's artists, they travel with an entourage of bodyguards and all of this because the internet made it that way so everybody knows who they are and how much money they got, so they have to protect themselves. And I totally understand that. But if we going out and I'm with Carl Banks and Pepper Johnson and Big Dog Roberts, what I need security for? I got the biggest dudes in the world. I got world champions that I'm rolling with, and Derek Coleman and Jason Williams. These dudes are 6'9", 250, 275 solid. We don't need no security. Y'all worded security. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it was
worried about nothing.
But we would all be from dinner to each other's houses
all night
to nightclubs that we can't even speak of right now because it was a lot of fun. But we saw any and everybody there.
Yeah.
For someone who changed how we consume rap music intellectually.
Yes, sir.
And someone who changed how we consume hip hop as a culture, from a fashion standpoint, even from down to how it's played on radio. I wanted to make sure that as we celebrate 50 years of hip hop, that you two living legends get the love you deserve.
Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that, bro.
Thank you.
For me, I told you this over dinner. I still pinch myself and say, man, you're so lucky that I am on a first name basis with Rakim. I never thought that would happen to me in my life. Rakim and Eric B. and Rakim came out before I was on Yo MTV Raps. Now I'm on a first name basis. I remember sitting in the studio watching Marley and Red Alert. It was just me, Red Alert, and Marley Marl in the radio station. I was sitting in it, and they was like, hey, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I cannot believe that I'm in this room with y'all. I can't believe that y'all know me. I can't believe that half the time I can walk up and say, what's up, Rod? And he'd be like, what's your name again? No, it's Ed. Like, you know, I was telling somebody he did Louisville, Kentucky, and I was hosting one time, and I introduced him, and then I sat down on the box, and he was doing his thing. He was like, yo, Ed, come on, help me out. You know these songs. Wow. And I'm hype man in the Rakim. I'm like, yo, I went and called my moms. I'm like, I came full circle. Because what people don't understand, and I would love to take this moment to give him his flowers, may I?
Yes,
What people don't understand, Rakim changed hip hop. He's a game changer. There's certain moments in hip hop that you can say people changed the game, right? You can say that Melanin, Flash and them changed it. Then Run DMC changed it. They stripped it down, right? LL came in, became the first solo single superstar sex symbol hip hop had ever had. Rakim changed it because everything became less aggressive. Think about the way he rhymed, his rhyme patterns, things that he said that no MC had ever said, the way he put words together. It just wasn't bop, 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 lyric, bop, 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 that rhymes with that rhyme. He changed it. And he quieted it down and made us listen as well as enjoy the music, but you listen to what Rakim said, right? You heard 7 MCs in a line, 7 more brothers that think they can rhyme, take 7 more before I go for mine. That's 21 MCs ate up at the same time. You had to go, wait a minute, 7 times 3, that's 21. You know, you had to. Turn it around. I remember, what was the line you said? I'm the R, turn it around, it still comes out R.
My name is Rakim Allah, R-A stand for raw. Switch it around, still comes out R.
Now think about it. Come on now. Everything was hurrah, aggression, everything. Rakim, single-handedly, if you would do a family tree of hip hop and people that came directly from other people, there's
descendants.
There is no Jay-Z, there's no Biggie, there's no Nas. That smoothed out style of rhyming came from Rakim.
Can I make an analogy?
Yeah.
That's why he's the LT of lyrics.
Absolutely. Because he saw it differently.
What LT made it different, and people, everybody that you see now, the Von Millers of the world, the Khalil Macks of the world, everybody, they're all descendants of Lawrence Taylor. Because he made the game change. And can you imagine if he had chose football, LT would have probably broke him up and we would have never had
LT was a bad, that's another thing,
like a bunch of crazy dogs.
Man.
Bro, LT's famous, man.
But that synergy between music and fashion was going to happen because you guys were hip hop fans. So it had to happen. Growing up where y'all grew up in and during the time y'all came up with was a great time for sports and a great time for music. I call it the golden age of hip hop. It was so creative. It was so different. It was like the way y'all loved sports is the way we loved hip hop. It wasn't about no money for us. It wasn't about no money. I would have did Yo MTV Raps if they never gave me a check. I just loved it. I just wanted to be involved in it. I called myself an MC.
Show on TV. MTV Raps. Like,
I called myself an MC, and then I heard LL Cool J, and I was like, nah, I'm not an MC. Like, this dude is different. Like I can't compete with him, right? So I was trying to find my way into hip hop, some way, because I loved it so much. And then here comes Yo MTV Raps.
But what that did, and what you guys did, is opened up the rest of the world to what hip hop is. And I'm looking at this picture behind me over my shoulder. Is Rakim. He said he's like 17. He's wearing a red Giants jacket. Do you know how rare that jacket was? We couldn't even get him as players.
Y'all couldn't get him?
Bill Belichick wore that because he was our signal caller, and like during the game, because this is before they had wristbands. Like if you need to get the signal and it's a sea of blue, you just find a guy with the red jacket.
Word up.
Oh wow.
And so he got this jacket, and I'm like, this is crazy. But I will say this.
You mean I had starter jackets and you ain't had none?
Well, I got you. I got you, boy.
I'm talking about early on TV rap. Started with, we had starter jackets.
We was looking for that.
Yeah, and think about that. It's still to this day a very popular brand, but it's still to this day the only non-shoe brand that has impacted culture from, like, you have sport shoes.
Yeah.
And we know it's Nike, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But there's no other apparel brand that has had the impact on fashion, fandom, and culture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that, but it's because
it wasn't like other people didn't try, but for us, if it didn't have that status, it ain't had that. It wasn't it.
Yeah.
There was other people that came through. No, look at this. I got to deal with the. And we was like, what's that? That
was fake. If we see that starter, we ain't want it.
Hey, I'm telling you, it was like people that would come to me and Dre and was like, hey, I got this. Look at this stuff and look at that stuff, and I had teams on it, and I'd be like, that ain't starter. Like it don't. It ain't official tissue if it ain't starter. It never was.
That's right.
It's the doors that it opened as far as fashion is concerned, right? Look at, like, I was walking down the street one day in LA, and I just run into this kid, and he had this outfit on. I was like, yo, them jeans, that's crazy. Who did that? He was like, me. I was like, you? I was like, what's your name? My name Carl Kanai. I do this.
Yeah.
And look at how that just opened the door for us to have, you know, our own thing.
But that's the thing.
I miss that. I miss us having our own stuff.
Yeah. The fact that guys like Kanai could say, okay, I have an audience that's going to support what I want. That's a result of what you guys did. That's the trailblazing of a Yo MTV Raps. And we talking TV, we're not even talking about radio.
Yeah.
You know, what you guys did in radio, morning show radio.
The first all hip hop morning show in America.
Well, and guess what?
Look at everybody got a breakfast club and a morning.
Yeah,
they
big up
started
to them too.
that.
They show a lot of love though.
Yeah, and the thing is
that was the beginning, man.
Yeah.
And y'all did it well to the point where everybody wanted to format that.
Yeah.
I mean.
And then he outpaced Howard Stern.
Yeah.
The great Howard Stern. Like if you're tuning into a hip hop show, that means you got something everybody wants to listen to that have never had.
Hip hop became a universal thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think that sometimes, I think now it's so monetarily driven that the young artist that coming out forgets about the love of the culture.
Yeah.
And the love of just being a part of it and the love of doing it.
My wish for this generation of hip hop is to be able to have these types of conversations when they're our age and we have something to talk about, or they have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Not a flash in the pan and remember when, but like have real substantive things to talk about, and how they played my music in the locker room. Mm-hmm. You know, or I wore this because I saw Rakim wear it. Right? Or I wanted to get a fedora, Pepper Johnson, because I saw the late JMJ, rest in peace, wear a fedora.
Right.
And this is a true story too, like the one with Rakim. Pepper and I are in the city on a Thursday night. That was Red Parrot, right?
Yep.
Red Parrot Thursday night. We got a limo, so we pull up in our Cadillac limo. We get out. There's a limo behind us. And we just about to go in, and all we heard was, yo, Pepper Johnson, Carl Banks. So we turn around, it's DMC, but DMC's got a Giant jacket on.
Right.
He's like this, Giants, baby, baby. And I'm like, dude, that's DMC. And he was with Jay.
Yeah.
And so Jay and Pep hugged it out, and they became the best of friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was kind of the love and that merger of sports and hip hop and then fashion, because he's wearing a Giant starter jacket. That exact jacket right there.
Yeah. It's about pride. It's about carrying your city on your back. And when you're a New Yorker for life, and you carry that around with you. You might have been born in Flint, but you won 2 championships with us, bro.
And that's the energy that Rakim was talking about, right? I feel like,
you tell me you Flint, you New York, dude.
New York City lights.
It's different.
It's
different. Ain't no city in the world like New York City. It's different. I live in Atlanta. The energy is different when I get off the plane.
Right. So here in New York, the lights are brighter.
Yeah.
Right? The pressure, but when you do it, the light stays on. The light, New York City lights, they shine, they illuminate, man.
Yeah, for real. And you can be hot from somewhere else. And this is the funny thing about New York, right? You could be one of the top rappers to this day from somewhere else. I don't care how many millions you sell. And you walk up to a club door in New York City and they'll look at you like, what's your name? But if you Rakim and that lover, it doesn't matter what city we go to, we walk in that door, we getting in.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know?
Yeah.
But before we go, I have a special gift for you guys. I just want to make sure that you are honored the way we honor with the Starter brand. Let's make sure we get you right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's hard, right?
Look at that. Thank you, bro.
5-0 on the back.
5-0 in the building.
Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all so much, Starter. Thank you, Paul.
You got to get me one more and put the 5-8 on it for me.
You got it. Okay.
The 5-8 on it for me, man.
That's incredible.
Guys, I really appreciate you, man, and I just want to say I love you both.
Thank you,
Same
my
here,
brother.
Paul.
Love you
From
too,
the
my brother.
depths of my cultured soul.
Yeah.
Because you guys have been such an influence
Same here, bro.
on my life. Like, you talk about influencers, you guys have been that influence. And
You gave
things
us so much, man, that we can't even begin to thank you for your friendship
Yeah, bro.
and for the
Facts.
love and for how much pride that you have given us. Your whole era, your whole squad of Giants made us walk around this whole country like,
Proud of them, you know what I mean?
But you know what?
NFL champion, shut up.
I'm happy, and I bet you every one of my teammates are happy that you guys are proud of us, because that's what we want. We want to make our fan base proud and our closest friends as fans to feel a sense of pride when you talk about your team.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm ride or die, baby.
Set a standard, man.
Yeah, I'm still with y'all now. We gonna write the shit, but I'm still there. I ain't going nowhere.
No doubt.
Every time I say, I'm looking at the game no more, the Giants make me sick. That Sunday, come on now, y'all. Come on. Come on. I'm
Can't help it. That's right.
Yeah, I'm hooked, man. I'm done.
Right.
Well,
For life.
thank you, fellas.
Thank you,
Man,
brother.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, Captain. My man.
Appreciate you, man.
This is so dope.